Today's video is not the A-line skirt tutorial that I have promised, because we just got a new kitty and he's afraid of the sound of the sewing machine, so I'm gonna give him a bit more time to get accustomed to us and his new home before I start sewing more, because he was not a fan of that sound. So instead, today I'm going to do another video that has been requested a lot, which is what items to start with Lolita, because, disclaimer, this is not how I started purchasing my items. If I would have put a bit more thought into it like I'm showing today, then maybe I wouldn't have sold the first items that I had, because I started buying white and, well, this is a bad example because I'm wearing a beige dress, but most of my wardrobe is dark, if not black, so white was not the best choice for me. So I'm gonna give hard-earned knowledge of what items to start with and what items to expand with. And I want to start by saying that you do not need brand to be a Lolita, because I started buying more brand items when I was a bit over a year into Lolita, so you definitely do not have to start with brand items. In fact, I recommend against it, because they are usually a bit more expensive even if you buy them second hand. So first 3 dresses or skirts I would advise to be a bit cheaper in case you find out that you don't like it. And if you bought a $200 skirt and you have to sell it for $120 for some reason, then that kind of sucks. And that can really put a damper on your enthusiasm of Lolita. So I have emptied out one of my clothing racks, and this is where I keep my skirts. It's upside down now, because even though you can see a bit through here, because I want to pile shoes and accessories on top of this one. But I wanted to turn it around so that I don't confuse you with these skirts. So I'm going to start by showing what are good basic items to start with and then where to expand. And I'm gonna do it with examples. So you first want to start with a blouse, a dress and a skirt. And you want to choose items that are as versatile as possible, and I'm going to show a gothic wardrobe because that is what I have most of. So I would start with this JSK. This is a Chinese indie brand called CEL. I think they're Chinese, perhaps Korean. And the reason I chose this is because the main color is black, but it has a lot of colors on the print that I can later coordinate with, and it is versatile because this is detachable if you want a bit less over-the-top look, or you can wear it with the collar and either without the waist tie or the waist tie with, I don't know, Latin text, or the waist tie with window print. So this is a quite versatile dress, so I would start with this one. And I would pair it with this blouse, because this is a vintage blouse that I got secondhand, and it has a lot of front ruffles and you can tie these in a bow, and it is nice and basic but still very good for gothic. So this is the blouse that I'm going with because it goes well with the dress. And the skirt I chose for my first batch of items is a completely black skirt with a lot of details, and this one is from Bodyline. So a very budget-friendly skirt because it would go well with the blouse, and this is versatile enough that you can add things to it or add different colored blouses later on. So this is a nice basic skirt. And as for my first pair of shoes, now I live in Finland, so it is cold most of the year here, so I chose a long-sleeved blouse and boots. But if you live somewhere where it's warm, you of course would then take a short-sleeved blouse and like tea parties or kind of sandal type shoes. But because it's cold in here, I chose boots. These are very good to walk with, even though they have the high heel, and they have lace pattern on top and lace over here, so these are really adorable. I don't know if you can see it that well over here, but this would be my first pair of shoes. So let's put this in here. And a good rule of thumb is that every time you buy new items, you want to buy the same amount of accessories, because accessories are very good to make more versatile cords, because you can change the feel of the outfit that you're going for, and they're a nice little touch to make your outfit a bit more complete. So for these ones, I decided to go with one a bit more expensive item. This is a mini hat, because I love mini hats, and it is an indie brand from Taobao, I think CL Works, something like that. And this was around $10 to buy. So this is my a bit more expensive accessory. And then I have this velvet bow that I can put on my hair, and it's a cute one. I found this from a normal clothing store, as well as black hair flowers or roses. Now I found these for about €2 a piece. I found them from different stores, from clothing stores and jewelry, like that kind of fake cheap stuff, not the gold and pretty jewelry. And these will really help to, you know, put your outfit together. I won't include jewelry on this one, because you can just basically get jewelry from anywhere, so get matching jewelry and yay. But these are good, cheap and a bit more expensive hair accessories. And as for leg wear, I would recommend that you start with off-brand tights. You can find a lot of tights like with flower patterns or lacy patterns, and they look really adorable with Lolita, and they are quite cheap. The ones I buy are usually around €5 or a bit less if it's a sale, or a bit more if they're a bit fancier. But those are really good things to start with. And as for a bag, you can either use something that you already have, but I didn't have a lot of Lolita friendly bags, so I'm gonna go ahead and show this one that I bought. This is from Restyle, and this is very pretty and roomy, because you might want to get your first bag that is a bit spacey, because if you want to wear Lolita every day, or if you want to go to town and put some shoppings in it, this is very nice and handy, and it works with the bit of white details that I have, and it is a nice add to a gothic coordinate. So this is what we have started with: a pair of shoes, accessories, a GSK, blouse, skirt and a bag. And you probably have to save for about 2 or 3 months before you can buy more items, because I know at least I do. If I buy a lot of items, I will have to save up for them, So now that gives you a nice amount of time to really get some wear out of your items and decide, for example, whether you like JSKs better or skirts better, Or for example, the skirt that I chose is a high-waisted one, that if you decide that you kind of like skirts but you don't like the cut of this, or for example if you wanted an A-line or a cupcake shape or shorter or longer, and those are the kind of things you want to be thinking when you're wearing these out. And of course the colors and the themes, if these are good for you or not. And based on that information you want to start about thinking what kind of items you would want to go with next. And I thought that I like these, but I wanted to add a bit more color because it is very black. So the next items I'm going to buy are a red and black blouse. And I would not start with this blouse because it is quite loud. So it's not a very easy blouse to make a lot of coordinates with if you have only a few items. But I really like this blouse and I thought I would want red. And it will work well with the black skirt. It will look cute. And it will also work with the JSK, as long as I take the white thing off. It will look good because the print also has reds in it and it fits the gothic theme that I'm going for. So I got a new blouse and I got a new skirt. These are both from Surface Spell or Surface Spell Gothic, which is a Chinese indie brand. This has a lot of embroidery and red ribbons at the back, and this is again high-waisted, not quite as high-waisted as the bodyline, but it has a short or quite wide waistband with plastic bones and buttons. So this is what I started with, and again I can wear this with either the red blouse or the black blouse. And all of these items are good to go with my shoes. So I added red to my wardrobe. So the accessories I went with, the bit more expensive one is this beret. I got this from Fampla's friend and I think it was around 15 euros-ish, I'm not quite sure, but it goes with everything that I own and it adds a bit more red to my wardrobe, as well as some red hair flowers. And I would buy some kind of leg wear that is mostly black, but for example black lacy tights with a lot of red roses in them or something like that to go with these. Let's put those in there. And since I have only now purchased these, I'm not sure if I will like this red color in my wardrobe or not, so I won't buy a red bag. But I'm not quite feeling how the white goes with red, although it looks nice in some quarts. I don't always want to have white. So I am going to buy a black pack. This is a bit smaller and round. I don't know if you can see, but it has a soft golden print of a clock in it. So it has a bit of pattern again, so it's not just black and boring, but it's not a very loud bag, whereas this is quite loud. So this is a bit more versatile and smaller, so it's way different from this one, even though the base color in both is black. And again, it's a bag that really goes with everything that I've purchased. So now I have these items and I wear them for a couple of months and I'm thinking that I really dig the red. I want more red. So the item I buy next is a red and black JSK, because black, I have a lot of black. I have black blouses and shoes that I can coordinate this with. And this is from Famous Friend. I think it was pipe organ or something like that. So I buy a dress. And because I decide that I really like having red, I am also going to buy red shoes. Now these are from Bodyline. The first pair was Dream B or Yumetembo. It's not a Lolita brand. And these are again from Bodyline. And these are very versatile and again nice to walk with and go with everything I own. So this is my next pair of shoes that I buy. And because the dress is a bit more expensive usually than a skirt, I just bought shoes and a dress and a bit of accessories to go with them and the bag. So now I'm wearing all of these and I'm thinking that I could use a bit more white in my wardrobe because I have white in my JSK and I have white in my bag. So I'm thinking I want more white items. So I buy a white blouse because this will again go well with my black skirt as well as my JSK. And I can either wear JSK without the white color thingy or with it because now these are friends. So yay! I can wear it with a lot of items and again with the white bag. So I get a blouse and I decide that I don't need a white bag because again I have this bag with white in it. So that's good for me. And I buy again a pair of shoes. These are from Bodyline. And again good to walk with. Ta-da! And now that I didn't buy any skirts, I can afford a bit more expensive accessories. So I got this one. It's the same brand than my mini hat, CC Works, I think. A Tabo indie brand, and this cost around 10 euros or a bit more. So I got this one and it works with a lot of my items. And then I buy off-brand tights again and socks. You can find a lot of cute knee socks as well. And then I buy this tiny hair flower again from a normal store. And then I buy Lolita specific socks. And these were... I can't remember where I got these from, but I think these were 15 euros or something like that. And they work with the black skirt and the JSK. So it's time I got a bit more specific leg wear. And again, I wear these for a while. And then I think that I really like the white. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy a white skirt. This is Famous Friend. I think it was Symphony something or Organ something. And this works either with the white blouse or with the first blouse that I got, with the black blouse. So a bit more versatile. Again, I can cord it with a lot of my items, a lot of my accessories and shoes go with this one. And because it's now coming summer, let's say, I want to buy a blouse with half sleeves. They are a bit the same than this one, but they have shorter ruffle bits, so it's a half sleeve. And if you again live somewhere where it's warm, perhaps you have now only bought short sleeve blouses, but now buy a long sleeved one for those rare cold moments. So I got this one, and again, because it has white and gold, it goes with a lot of my main pieces and skirts, including again my JSK. So I got this one. And because it's now summer and I don't want to wear black boots in the summer because it's not good to have your feet in too warm shoes, so I buy these shoes. They have a tiny bit of heel. These are vintage shoes from, I think, the 70s. These are way old, and I got these actually for €2, I think. These were a massive find from one of those charity places that sell vintage clothing, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy these because they have small golden details and bows, so they are adorable. So let's put this one. And as for accessories, I'm starting to have a quite wide selection of accessories, so I just buy a small bow that I can either attach to the beret or wear it in my hair, and I make a small bow that goes into my hair, so I can now really mix and match with my accessories. And because it's summer, I also bought these cute little ankle socks with lace on top of them, because I can wear these with either sheer tights or one of those that have a small lacy pattern and still be cool. So summer socks are added to the list. And now I have a quite wide variety of items. I have a lot of blouses, I have skirts, and I have JSKs, and although black is my main color, I have also added red and white into it. I have 4 pairs of shoes and a bunch of accessories, as well as 2 bags. So now, let's say this is a year's worth of clothing that you have bought, and now you want to kind of expand. So what you do is turn your eyes towards classic Lolita. So this is an Innocent World dress that I bought. This is a very long one. It comes to my mid-calf, so I bought this one, and because the main color is black, I can still pair it with a lot of my blouses and accessories and shoes. So this is a bit more classic item. And to go with it, I get this kind of floral hat so that I can also wear it in winter. It's too big to put there, so I'm just gonna put it back away. And because the dress has this kind of beige color print, I'm also going to buy a beige bag. So that adds another bag to my collection. And because this is an expensive piece, I won't buy anything else because I had to save, and this is a brand item, my first brand item of the closet, so it took a chunk out of my Lolita budget. But I don't mind saving because I already have a lot of items, so I don't need more. Now I'm buying because I want to buy. So when I've worn this classic JSK, I'm thinking that I could like classic, but you still don't want to go away from your color palette. For example, you're not ready to buy a dress like this, so instead you're going to buy a floral skirt with shirring in the back and waistband in the front. And this is actually handmade. I made this, but let's say that you're buying all your items. So you buy this skirt because it has the same color theme, black and red, as most of your wardrobe has, so you can still pair it with the red and black shoes, with the accessories, with blouses. So this is a very nice ad, but again it's a bit more classic than gothic because it has flowers and it's a bit longer. And so you get this skirt. And you don't want to wear the clock back with this because it doesn't quite feel right. So you get a red bag to go with classic. I got this from eBay for 15 euros. I can't remember precise prices, but it's a cute bag with kind of flowers in it, and it goes with the floral skirt that you have. And you're also going to buy a matching hat. I made this from the scrap fabric that I got from the skirt and added a bow. Because you like mini hats, because I like mini hats. I keep changing you get and I get, but you know what I mean. And then you also get, or I get, a bit more hair accessories that are a bit more classic. For example, this bigger hair rose and this rose thingy with lace that I made, and just a bow. And all of these match the skirt that you own. So now you are in a quite happy place because you have a lot of variety. Most of it is gothic, but you also have some classic items for the days that you're not feeling too gothic yourself. And a lot of color variety, black being your main color. And you have 4 bags, 4 pairs of shoes, and a lot of accessories, and hopefully a lot of matching jewelry that you can find from any local store for quite cheaply. Here is close-up of the shoes and accessories, and a big run over of what items I bought in what order. And the bags. So this was kind of it. I hope you found this video useful and helpful. I tried to use good examples and talk a bit about what goes with what, but I didn't want this to be an hour-long video, so I feel I skipped something, but this was my video. And if you have any other requests on what kind of beginning tutorials you'd like to see or Toki videos, then feel free to request them in the comments below, and I will see you again next Wednesday. Bye!